And when I asked her how many hot flushes she was having, she couldn't tell me. So she recorded it like this for me. And she just marked down HF whenever she was having a hot flush. And as you can see by that, she was having quite a few. And she sort of recorded it, incidentally, actually, she was another teacher. This is obviously a teacher thing, to write it down like that and record it. That was the following week as well. So you can see she was having a lot of hot flushes. We took out the ones that we could, and a few weeks later, she got down to that. I told her a lot of stories, because she liked stories. And one of the particular stories that I wrote has no induction, there's no deepener, it's just one long story. And she absolutely loved it. And she found it, for her, was one of the best things that I'd done with her, because I actually gave her a switch in that story. So, I did see her a little while after that, and she said, "Helen, I've got none at all." I said, "Oh, that's good." She went, "No, it's not." I said, "Why? What's happened?" She'd had another period, so they'd stopped. So she'd been in that perimenopause stage rather than the menopause stage, because you had to be without a period for 12 months before you're classed as being in the menopause stage. So she must have been in that perimenopause stage. Even so, everything that I did with her was not wasted, because she will go through it again, but this time she knows exactly what she's doing. She is tooled up, in effect, ready to go, because she knows she's got all the tools, she's got the recording, she's got everything she needs, and if she wants to, she can always come back. Now, Alison, the next one that I want to talk to you about, oh bless her, no, go back, sorry, there we go. Alison probably taught me the most. Alison was the most extreme case that I've had. And she was having sort of 10 to 15 in a day. Not as much as Kelly had, but they were a lot worse. She would describe them as wanting to claw her own skin off, especially the night sweats. Okay. Now, I asked Alison, when she said, "I'll tell you what, I'll record it for you." So this is Alison's words.
Hi, I'm making a video diary regarding my hypnotherapy with Helen Gruard. So we're on week 1. I'm having hot flushes during the day, probably 10 to 15, pretty high intensity, strawberry pink, feel as though I could pull the skin off. And also night sweats, waking me up 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times a night, so I'm properly tired. So I've gone to Helen in absolute desperation. She's given me a CD to play every night, as well as having a hypnotherapy session with her. And also we're looking at triggers. It's what sets off the hot flushes and the night sweats. So I have high hopes. We're going to give it a couple of weeks, and then I'm going to go back for a second session. So here's hoping.
And bless Alison, she was quite happy to have this brought here today for everybody. And that's how she liked to sort of tell me how she was getting on. When she came the second time, she'd noticed a big drop. The night sweats weren't so bad, they weren't so hot, she wasn't having so many. So she was really, really pleased. Because Alison runs her own business, like a lot of us do. She holds a lot of meetings with people because she's a HR lady, she deals with human resources. So there's a lot of meetings. And she was at that point before she came to me where she was sitting in a meeting, bright strawberry pink, sweat dripping everywhere, couldn't focus at all. And of course when people are like, "Oh, are you all right? What's the matter?" I know people are being kind, we all know that, we all know people are showing concern. But it can be embarrassing when you've got a room full of people and you're supposed to be holding the meeting. Stop a second, when I just sweat, and I'll come back to you in a minute. You know, so she really wanted help with that. This is what she had to say. On the second one,
It's about week 6. I've been working with Helen for about 6 weeks now. I have to say that my hot flushes are reduced in intensity and also reduced in number. So I'm now down to about only 2 or 3 a day. We've really clearly worked out what the triggers are, whether I get anxious, stressed out. So I have to thin my diary out, so I'm not rushing around to appointments. That's made a huge difference. And the night sweats are much better. So I'm not waking up as much during the night, maybe once or twice, and the intensity is much less. So this has been part of a whole holistic approach, but has certainly made a huge difference to my life, and I recommend that anybody else should try it, because it gets to the point where you really just want to rip your skin off, and I got to that point, and I didn't hold out any hope of fixing it, and Helen was very much part of helping me manage those symptoms, and long may it continue.
So, I saw Alison again a couple of weeks before I came out here, and her situation had improved vastly again. She's had about 6 sessions, because Alison prefers to come once a month, because she really likes to get a grip of the recordings and the tools and techniques that she learns in each session. So she's found life a lot better because she's got that control. However, she did say to me not so long ago, I've had a really bad do. Right, okay. What's been going on? What do you mean by a bad do? I had a really bad hot flush and it lasted for 2 days. Right, okay, that's very extreme. What on earth happened? I got proper cross. Now, Alison likes to use the word proper. Now, if you notice on the slides, I did put under her name, aka Mavis Cruick. This is when Mavis Cruick comes in, because Alison would then proceeded to tell me, about how she got really cross. And when she says proper cross, she means when that red mist comes down and your head's about to explode, because she got really furious with somebody. Do you remember I said a while ago that stress is one of the big triggers? Now, she'd got that cross, she'd dealt with the situation, but she hadn't dealt with the feeling of being stressed and cross. She had all those stress hormones rolling around inside because she hadn't used them up. So there followed a conversation about how she could burn those stress chemicals up and go for a walk, a brisk walk, or run. Alison doesn't do running, she's a bit like me, don't do running. So she does a brisk walk, clears it up. When I saw her last time, I said, how's your proper cross doing? And she said, oh, I did get proper cross, but I actually dealt with it, so I didn't get that hot flush anymore, that really bad one that lasted a long time. But, what now? What happened? She said, I had a glass of red wine. Oh God. Did you? Yes, she said. I thought my head was going to come off in the night. Right. So you know red wine's one of your triggers, don't you, Alison? Yes, she said, but I did actually, when I did have my red wine, I did it knowing full well that I might actually get a hot flush. And actually just knowing that changes things completely, because you are taking control. So she made that decision to have that drink, knowing full well it could very well have an adverse effect on her. She may end up being very hot and sweaty. But she chose. That's the crucial point. That's the difference. She does tend to drink now shorts, because she's found that shorts are absolutely fine. Oh, sorry, shorts. Whiskey, shot. Do you call it shot, do you? Shot. When I say flushes, I mean flushes as well. So. I assume you follow along, and you forget that there's differences. It's like in America, taps in England is a tap. In America, you call it faucet, don't you? Yeah. Or like chips and chips. Chips to us are chips. Fries, you call them fries. We call them chips. Crisps, you call chips, don't you? Yeah. So she drinks things like shots, whiskies. I don't know. I don't know any other ones, to be fair. Rum, vodka, tequila. She drinks those kind of things because it doesn't affect her, so she can still have a drink. Now, all those clients, and a few more, are responsible in a lot of ways because they've given me the inspiration to write specific scripts that I did with them and all the others. Stories, because I love to write stories. And people love a story, don't they? Who doesn't love a story? Doesn't matter how old we get, we all like a story. So each one of those ladies has been weaved into the whole programme as a whole. Because there's at least one of those scripts, those stories, that they inspired. And isn't it funny that when you're driving your car, I write scripts when I'm driving my car. Because especially when I've just left the clinic and I'm on my way home, by the time I get home, I've written something, and that's really cool. The only problem is, by the time I get home, I've forgotten half of it. So they've got to try and go through the whole process again. Alison's story is going to be Mavis Cruitt, the proper cross fairy. I haven't quite come up with the rest of it yet, but it's going to have to be something to do with keeping calm and keeping cool, I think. So that's what, and we did have a big giggle about that because we came up with that title between the two of us just before I came out here. And I said, oh, you've got to be a Mavis. What do you want to be? And she said, oh, I don't have to. You've got to be a Mavis. You've got to be a Mavis. So we came up with Mavis Cruitt. So that one's yet to be written. But you can help your clients, your menopausal clients, and there are a lot of them. In England, this is very much an emerging market because there are not that many hypnotherapists doing it yet. It is growing because the need is growing. Women don't want to take HRT. Some women can't take HRT, especially if you've had the breast cancer that's estrogen reactive. You can't do that. You can't take a lot of the supplements either. So what are you left with? In England, we have two choices, HRT and antidepressants. I don't know about here, I don't know about America. That's what happens in England most times. Don't want to take them? Okay, you're on your own. So what do? A lot of women try supplements, and the supplements do work to an extent for most people. It's finding the right one for you. Avoiding the triggers. You can help your clients to find those triggers because they don't necessarily know. It's only when you talk to other people, they become obvious. So you can help them to avoid those triggers so you can cut a load out. You can keep their stress levels down. Hypnosis is very good for stress levels, as we all know. Getting them to drink plenty of water. That's another thing. If they don't drink enough water, you can get quite dehydrated. That will set something off. Low sugar levels with Alison was another trigger because she had irregular eating patterns. She was one of these people that didn't like to eat first thing in the morning. So she'd maybe have something around lunchtime, but it'd just be a sort of a snacky thing, that kind of thing. So I suggested to her that she perhaps has something to eat just before she goes to bed. Just something small and nutritious just before she goes to bed. That cuts them out as well, because it started to level off and even out her blood sugar. So that helped as well. You can help your clients with hypnosis by talking about warmth instead of hot, by talking about discomfort instead of all the other descriptions they come up with. You can reduce it in the mind. I talk a lot about being cool, about being calm. I also get them to use their own imagination. One of the things that I do like to do with, and I do it with quite a lot of clients actually, not just my hot flush ladies, get them to close their eyes. And if you want to do this, you can do. You can kind of do it together if you like. And I say, just imagine you're walking on the beach, it's a lovely cool day. Feeling nice and calm and cool and relaxed. Just around the corner, Right in front of you is the most beautiful, the most exquisite waterfall you've ever seen in your life. Lush green vegetation, exotic wildflowers. Just go and stand underneath that waterfall. And you can feel that cool water just dripping onto the top of your head, cascading down your body. And you feel so cool, fantastic. You feel all that stress just washing off you, because we kind of collect stress like a dirty old overcoat sometimes. And that waterfall's just washing it all away, and all that unwanted warmth, just washing it away. And then when they're ready, I think you can just step out that waterfall now. And then we carry on with the session. But that's one of the little things. And I haven't come across anybody yet that doesn't like that. Even the people that are not very good with water. So you do now have a bit of a water phobia, don't you? But I actually like that. Lovely one. But that's just an example of one of the things that I do with those clients to help them cool down. You can use your own imagination because there is no limits. It's reminding them to be cool, reminding them of the obvious things to help them in the simple ways that make a lot of difference. Everything combined together will make a big difference to those clients. And there are a lot of women out there that need a lot of help with this. So, we've been through a lot of stuff on menopause, how you can help your clients, 3 case studies, the ladies that I've worked with, I've gone through how you can help your clients in a practical way. So I really hope you've gained some information, something that maybe you didn't know. I hope you've gained a lot from today. Thank you very much.